In a continent yearning for bold change, one name is making waves. Ibrahim Traore. At just 34, he became the world's youngest head of state, rising swiftly to lead Burkina Faso through turbulent times. With a fierce stance against corruption, a defiant rejection of foreign interference, and a growing fan base across Africa, Traore is not just leading a nation, he's igniting a movement. This is the story of the young leader captivating a continent. Welcome to Talk of Africa 360, your source for insightful news, analysis, and thoughtful commentary. If you value informed perspectives and fact-based reporting, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss an update. Disclaimer: the content on this channel is based on reliable public sources and credible online information. It is intended strictly for educational and analytical purposes. We do not promote or endorse political violence, hate speech, or any form of discrimination. Our goal is to inform, not to inflame. Thanks for being here. Let's stay informed together.
If you've been keeping an eye on African politics lately, there's one name you just can't avoid: Ibrahim Traore. In less than 2 years, this young, bold leader from Burkina Faso has become the face of a new era, shaking up the status quo and inspiring young people across the continent. So how did a 36-year-old military officer become Africa's most talked about leader? Let me walk you through his incredible story. Now, Traore didn't grow up with a silver spoon. Born in a small town in western Burkina Faso, he grew up close to his family and his roots. Like many of us, he saw the struggles all around him: poverty, insecurity, and a lack of opportunities for young people. This wasn't just his reality, it was the reality for millions across Africa. After finishing his schooling, Traore joined the army, determined to make a difference. He rose through the ranks quickly, known for being disciplined, focused, and always ready to stand up for what he believed in. But what set him apart wasn't just his military skills, it was his vision. A vision for a proud, united, and independent Africa. Fast forward to 2022. Burkina Faso was in crisis. Armed groups were causing chaos, people were losing faith in the government, and young people were desperate for change. That's when Traore stepped up. In a bold move, he led a peaceful coup, promising to restore security and hope to the people. Some called him a risk-taker. Others saw him as the only one brave enough to challenge the old ways. But what really made Traore stand out? He didn't just talk about change, he lived it. He listened to ordinary people, traveled to dangerous zones, and put himself on the front lines. He rejected luxury, choosing to live simply, just like the people he serves. For the youth, he became a symbol of possibility, proof that you don't need to be rich or well-connected to make a difference. Across Africa, young people saw themselves in Traore. They saw courage, they saw hope. More than anything, they saw a leader who listened, acted, and believed in a better future. He started talking about Pan-Africanism, unity, and breaking free from external control. Suddenly, a new movement was born, one where young Africans could dream bigger, speak louder, and shape their own destiny. So, what's next for Ibrahim Traore? Only time will tell. But one thing's clear: his journey is inspiring a whole generation to rise up, challenge the old guard, and lead with heart. If he can do it, so can you. Stay inspired, stay bold, and remember, Africa's future is in your hands.
How can you want to impose democracy by killing millions of people? That's dictatorship, that's not democracy. It can't be imposed. Those who call themselves Democrats. But look, we've seen scenes where people were prevented from entering assemblies. We've seen scenes where forces stormed into assemblies to force the deputies to pass legislation. We've seen scenes worse than that, where people kill their protesters, yet they call themselves Democrats, and we are labeled as coup plotters. If this is democracy, I repeat, we do not want this democracy. And when you often see the incompetent, they don't seek to understand what the word democracy really means. They just cling to the definition he gave imperialism, and they start talking of democracy without really knowing the foundation That's incompetence. We need to seek knowledge, to understand, to look at the world in order to redefine democracy the way we want it in Africa.
As reactions continue to pour in from across the continent, one thing is clear. Africa is demanding respect, sovereignty, and accountability. Was this just a diplomatic misstep or a deeper sign of shifting global alliances? We'll be watching closely. If you found this story important, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more real, unfiltered African news. This is Talk of Africa 360, telling the stories that matter.